In this tutorial, we'll look at variable in Python. So what is variable? So variable is a container for storing data values. Unlike other programming language, you don't need to declare variable. So variable will be created the moment you assign value to it. Now let's define some variables. So here I say variable name equal to age, and for assignment I say equal and give some value. So here I have a variable called age and having a value equal to 35. Same way I define second variable called name and I assign value something called John. And now let's print the value of age, and same way I will say print name. So this will print me the age equal to 35 and the name equal to John. So now let's check the data type of these two variables. So for that I say print then type and then give what we call age. Same way I say print and say type and say name. So if I run this one, the data type of age is int and the data type of name is string. So when you define the variable with number, it will define the defined as an integer, and second one as defined as a string. So you can define the string variable by single quote or double quote. So let's say name equal to John, and same way you see name equal to John, and you say print and name, same way you say print and name. When I execute this one, both will print the John. So same way let's define some the number variable. So I say age equal to 35 and say print and say type and give me the type of age, and once again I say age equal to 35.0 and say print and say type and say age. So if I execute this, so the first data type is integer, second is the float, because we have given the 35.01. so that's how the Python automatically detect the data type of the variables. So now look at some Python rules for variables. So the first rule is that the variable name must start with the letter or underscore character. So let's define some variables. So I say age equal to 10, so this is valid number variable name, and I say age equal to 10, and if I say probably the age equal to 10, so the third one is the invalid declaration of variable. So let me execute this one. So it gives me the error for third variable. The second rule is that a variable name cannot start with the number. So when I say one age equal to 10, then execute that, so it gives me some error that it cannot start with the 1. The third rule is that a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters or underscore. So when I define age %1 equal to 10, and if I execute this one, same way it gives me some error with that percentage sign. So fourth rule is that the variable names are case sensitive. So when I say age equal to 35, and if I say print and say print me age where is in uppercase and execute that, and says the name age is not defined. So it is not able to find the age variable which name start with uppercase A. So this is how this the variable name is case sensitive in Python. So now let's look at how you can assign the multiple variables in this single statement. So for that I say x comma y comma z. So these are my three variables, and for that I say red and say comma and double quote I say blue and I say black, and I print x. Same way I print y and print z. So when I execute this, it gives me a red, blue and black. So that's how you can assign the multiple variables in the single line or single statement. So you can also assign the same value to multiple variables. So for that what you can say is x equal to y equal to z equal to say red, and if you print this, let me print this and execute this, so it gives me a red. So that's how you can assign the same value like red to xyz. And you can also use a plus character to add a variable to another variable. So for that let's take one example, x equal to 10 and say y equal to 20, and if I say print and say x plus y and execute it, it's give me a 30. So I think this is with the number. Same way you can do with the string as well. So now we will look at the global variables. So the variables that are created outside of functions are known as global variables. So global variables can be used inside and outside the function. So let's take one example. So I have variable x equal to high, and I define one function. So I say diff and say my function, and I say x, I say print x, and I call this function. So I say my function, and if I execute this, it will print me high. So here what I have is I have variable global variable x having a value high, and which is I'm accessing inside my function. The function name is my function. So you cannot change the value of the global variable inside your functions. Like here if we say x equal to hello, and here if I say print and say x, and if I execute this, it gives me a hello, which is part of my function. Again it comes out of function and print me the original value, which is high. So this is how the function cannot change the value of global variables. Yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you got some understanding about the variables in the Python, and thank you for watching this video.